I'm out here right now with Frank Sellers, one of the founders for an incredible charity, Tunnel to Towers, and you're selling this 2024 Dark Horse VIN #1. But Frank, you told me something a little earlier. If this was your car, what would happen?
Well, my wife would have to be bailing me out very often because I love the speed and cars like this. It's incredible. But you know, to be here, Barrett-Jackson and you know, Craig Jackson and Carolyn, what they do for not just Tunnel to Towers, our charity, but for so many other charities, it's remarkable. The kind of the way they give back to the United States. They love America. Everybody that's inside watching, you know, every auction, these people are Americans. They just love the United States. And when we auction this off to help great heroes like you're standing right beside me here, who were down at ground zero on 2001, you know, these guys lost a lot of brothers like I lost my brother. So it's going to be a very exciting day to get out there and do good. Absolutely.
We're going to raise a lot of money for this incredible cause. Now, this isn't your first time at Barrett-Jackson, though, right? What do you think?
No, well, this is exciting being down here because I was just I had a dinner last night at Mar-a-Lago, so it was really nice.
We didn't get the invite. What happened?
I called you, but you know, you didn't pick up. You thought it was a prank, but anyway, the truth of the matter is we just did a down here in West Palm, Trump International. We had a golf outing last week, and we raised a lot of money for the foundation. So this whole area, Florida, is a great community. Once again, these people love America, and I've been out to Arizona. We did in Connecticut, Mohegan Suns, you know, where GMC donated a couple 001 VIN cars to us, and we raised a lot of money. So I'm grateful for everybody chipping in and making sure that we complete our promise to take care of these great heroes.
Absolutely. It's a great cause, and we're really looking forward to that in just a few moments. Barrett-Jackson's raised over $162 million throughout the years, and there's a lot more to come.
Tunnel to Towers has been caring for America's greatest heroes for more than 2 decades, and we ask you to join us on our mission to do good.
Will you please welcome Frank Stiller, who founded, he's the chairman and CEO of Tunnel to Towers, and these firemen that are up here, retired New York City, these guys worked on the pile. Give them a standing ovation. Yes. Frank, tell them your story.
Thank you all for coming here today. This car, Ron Pratt, thank you so much. I know you're watching. And I promise you that whatever money we raise from this car today will go to help these great heroes. Heroes like you see right here in the front here on this stage. Heroes like my brother, firefighter Steven Silla, who strapped 60 pounds of fire gear on his back and ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel on September 11th in 2001 and gave up his life and had 5 children left behind. Craig, thank you Barrett-Jackson, and thank you everybody involved. St. Francis of Assisi said, brothers and sisters, while we have time, let us do good, let's raise some money. God bless you and God bless America.
This is a special car for a special cause. Talk about the car real quick and we'll get started.
2024 Ford
Well, let's
Mustang.
talk about the car. It's a Dark Horse. The Dark Horse, I love the fact that they came up with this name. I'm kind of surprised it took them as long as they did. The idea of this was really to slot it in between the Ford GT, you know, the performance Ford GT, and the Shelby. You know, it's got a better engine, it's got 500 horsepower, it's got a 6-speed transmission. Most importantly, it's got plenty of performance, and it's got that great Dark Horse look to it.
And this one is VIN 001 on top of that. So the very first, we were wondering what they were going to do with the power plant when they refreshed the Corvette a couple of years ago, because the Coyote, 15 years old, well, they kept it going. Now 500 horsepower in this Dark Horse. The kit on these, as far as the body, looks fantastic with the arrow. You can see that fender-mounted Dark Horse there, the logo, and a manual transmission inside. So yeah, VIN #1. And a beautiful spec to boot.
And it's not just what's under the hood. I mean, this is, you know, sport-tuned suspension. But, you know, I mean, the reality is it's great to say you're going to buy a really cool car that's this Dark Horse VIN 001. But more importantly, the people who are bidding are going to donate all of the money to Tunnels to Towers. Remember, every penny of the check that's written goes directly to the charity. There is no commission that's taken out. This is not about buying a car. This is about helping a cause.
over $300,000 now going to an incredible cause. And you get an absolutely amazing vehicle, the birth of the legend, the Dark Horse, and the refresh on this body style on the Mustang. Very well done. The bigger rake with that classic looking taillight setup. And once again, there's that Dark Horse logo in the back.
You know, I think one thing is this started to help our first responders, but what he does for our military, what he does for building homes for the homeless veterans, it goes on and on. 3,000 events a year. It is endless. All it takes is money to make our first responders and our military feel like we take care of them.
Man.
I had to get out. 25 and 315 now 20 and 315 25 now 50 and 325 330 and 330 pounds tonight and 330 and 330 pounds tonight.
If you couldn't buy the car, you see the commercials, donate from home, $11 a month. It is a wonderful, wonderful cause. Steve?
Well, everybody take just a second. Think about what we just heard. Think about how lucky, how fortunate each and every one of us are. We go home, we see our children, we love our wives, we love our relatives, we love our neighbors. These gentlemen standing here holding that plaque, and what this gentleman here represents with his brother, the heroic thing that he did, that never goes away. There's no higher calling than what we have just witnessed with this incredible event and these folks and what they represent. Because what I'm going to tell you now is so important. Ron Pratt is an incredible patriot. He's a very close, dear friend to Barrett-Jackson and me personally. We've been talking about this for a long time, long before we got to Palm Beach, decided this was going to happen with Craig and Carolyn. Talked to Ron this morning, said, Steve, I'm excited. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to throw another $50,000 on top of this. But hang on. Hang on, hang on. I'll tell you what kind of person Ron Pratt is. He called me back, said, Steve, I've been thinking about our conversation. I want to throw another $50,000. I want to donate another $100,000 on a car that he bought for charity the first time, donated to charity, for the spirit of what that plaque represents, and the spirit and the energy that lives and breathes in this gentleman right here, and all of us at Barrett-Jackson. God bless America. God bless our first responders. God bless our veterans and their families. Give it up for them. Come on!
Well said, Steve Davis, president of Barrett-Jackson. Great donation to a great charity.
Adam Ferrari here, Barrett-Jackson Collector Car Auctions. We are in Palm Beach. This VIN 1 Mustang just went for $325,000 to benefit the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, which helps out our bravest firefighters, military, and their families. And then Ron Pratt, who donated the car, called up and donated another $100,000. If I may take a minute and say it's an honor for me to be standing here among these men. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairman and CEO of Barrett-Jackson, Mr. Craig Jackson.
Well, it was quite a moment, and the best part, Rick Hendrick bought it, who also bought the ZR1 in Scottsdale, and also bought one of the other big Corvettes for Tunnels to Towers. He has bought more charity cars between Ron Pratt and Rick Hendrick, and they love our military, our veterans, and our first responders. I can't say enough. Frank, you know, it's an incredible thing. We were talking last night. What you do, it started with the firefighters, the first responders, the military, the Gold Star families, the homeless veterans now. What you do is amazing.
Well, we're proud of the work we're doing, and that's why we are very successful, because people see where their money goes. When somebody like, you know, Ron knows he donates this, and this money's going to pay off a mortgage or help a catastrophically injured service member, or, you know, and Rick Hendricks understands that this money that he just spent, and he's bought multiple cars for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, we don't waste the money. We make sure it goes to these great heroes and the families that are left behind. And I can't thank you enough, Craig, and Barrett-Jackson in general, and Carolyn herself for all what you do for us, not just this time, but many times over.
Well, I forgot my lines when I was up there. I was going to say, this is kicking off, heading towards the 25th anniversary. We're going to do more as we head towards the 25th anniversary. This is just the start.
Well, can you believe it's going to be, you know, of course, this September will be 24 years, and then right after we start and get ready for the 25th anniversary. And yes, we are talking with you already on some big plans to make sure that we raise more money and more awareness for these great heroes than ever before. So I'm excited to be just a small part of this, so thank you.
Thank you for what you do. Incredible what you guys do, You know, thank you very much.
Can I add one thing?
Absolutely.
That's Lieutenant Joe LaPointe right next to you. He's in charge of the ceremonial unit in New York City. These guys did hundreds and hundreds of funerals. They still do them because 9/11 illnesses, or our first responders still dying from the attacks on 9/11. These great heroes have never stopped, and they travel all over America for Tunnel to Towers to make sure we never forget the sacrifice was made that day and the sacrifice that's been made ever since.
Absolutely. It's always an honor having you here.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. That's Barrett-Jackson, please.
Remember, $11 a month.
T2T.org.
There you go.
You can make a difference. Please give with your hearts. Let's get back to the block.